is Joshua Gordon Wilson. I am 21 years old, and I'm a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. I'm from Houston, Texas. That's Splash Town, Dripper Down.
My name is Princess Isis Lang. I'm a junior at USC, majoring in musical theater with the BFA program, and I am a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. Chi-town, the best town, home of the greatest.
I'm Aziza Hutcherson. I am a member of the Iota Beta chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. I'm a senior and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
My name is Johnny Keynes. I'm a member of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. I am a junior and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
My name is Donald Ward. I am a senior at the University of Southern California, and I am a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, specifically the Alpha Delta chapter. And I'm also from LA, born and raised.
My name is Curry Hoggs. I'm a sophomore. I'm a part of Sigma Gamma Sorority Incorporated, and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana.
My name is Dylan Smith, and I'm from Chicago, Illinois.
I am the first member in my immediate family that is in a DNR organization. My mom, she was a Kappa sweetheart.
I am a legacy, and my father is a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. My aunts are also my sorors, so they're also members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I'm basically just a Greek baby.
I had no clue that D9 alphas were even a thing up until right after high school. It wasn't until marching during the George Floyd protests that I even got really some awareness of D9 orgs.
I am indeed a legacy. My father is a legacy. My mom is also a Delta. My grandmother is also an AKA.
Definitely seeing my mother's relationship with her sorors inspired me to actually want to join a sorority.
My sister, she crossed 2 years before I did. She's a Sigma Gamma Rho.
There were noops in Houston that I knew, but I didn't really understand the significance of it. I just kind of knew, they were part of this organization. It wasn't something that piqued my interest right off the bat until I got here at USC.
I am the definition of Delta.
Kappa League was a mentorship program that I thought was very beneficial to me. It put me a step closer to higher education.
Craving the Black experience, it became a necessity.
Coming to LA, it was kind of like a culture shock. It was a culture shock.
Everybody's seen Love and Basketball, so you're kind of like, yo, you know what I mean? It's about to be, how you're gonna have Quincy, you know what I mean? But no, you got none of that.
I knew I was going to a PWI, so I didn't expect much. I was actually happy that they had Greek organizations here that actually also helped my decision.
I'm in a cohort. I'm in the BFA program at USC, and so out of the 11 that there is of us, I'm the only Black male.
Before coming to USC, I was pretty shy and I was worried about making friends, and especially Black friends, knowing that the Black community would be really small.
But I think as people started to step out, form clubs, form organizations, even outside of Greek life, I think Greek life definitely contributed to that, and so we can all support each other when new lines cross or new members join.
But I honestly, the way I view the guys that were in it before me, I thought they was cool. I thought they were the coolest dudes on campus. I was like, if I'm gonna join this org, it's gonna be with them.
For the women here on campus and even the men on the yard, it's definitely a task for us to be able to show up and show out, because I know that students that go here, they're like, oh, I didn't know that there were D9 and fraternities and sororities on our campus.
We're great organizations, we do great service, but how many people know that? How many people know what the actual letters are? I had somebody tell me that I wasn't a Kappa. She said, no, you're not. I said, yes, I am. She's a part of Kappa Gamma. And that's because she didn't have any idea of what the Divine Nine organizations are.
So you're going to wear your letters on campus, you're going to stroll. Even if people may not understand, the more that it's out there and the more that it's visible, the more people will learn and understand.
Being from LA, it's like USC has a very special place in the Black community's heart in the first place as an outsider, but on the inside it was a completely different thing. Everyone telling me that the Black experience at USC was so unique, but coming off of COVID, it was I wasn't able to really see that, So, where I first thought I would be a bystander, I ended up becoming a participant in bringing that culture to fruition.
Being able to understand my history and want to be involved in creating history for my culture. So I knew that this was the perfect place for me to continue doing that. So hopefully with the determination that we have so far, we can keep going and make sure that this campus knows who NPHC is.
People who are involved in Black Greek life in LA have a unique experience because since it isn't the majority or isn't in your face all the time, you really have to take the purpose upon yourself to go educate and learn and make sure that you're putting on events and showcasing your org because it's not as thickly or densely populated as it would be in the South or on the East Coast. At first it was definitely a little isolating. You're the only org, you're trying to navigate that, you're new. As people started to join, we were able to figure out how we could fit in as the MPHC kind of grew.
I came into D9 not knowing much about it, and so I didn't really have I know I've talked to some people and they say, oh, it's not as good as how it is down south. And these are people that have kind of been in it. For me personally, I didn't have a representation, so I didn't come in with oh, this is how a yard is supposed to run and this is what's supposed to be done. And honestly, I'd say I've had a good experience. It's allowed me to meet all different types of people that I don't think I would have ever met or to even talk to.
They're oh, this type of person joins this sorority. That's not the same with the D9.
Going into that isolation and then coming back to campus life, you're really trying to reach out with other people.
20 years ago, even 10 years ago, everybody was on the yard, everybody was united, and it was a great thing to see, but then things kind of died down and orgs weren't having lines at a time, and so things did get a little iffy, and then we also had COVID, so that did not help either. And then coming back, it was really rebooting everything.
Somebody was laughing at me a couple days ago at the pie about passing out flyers. I was like, yo, that's how it was done. You know what I mean? People would post flyers on telephone poles and stuff like that. That's how word of mouth about parties and events and fundraisers got out.
The yard at USC was a lively place where everyone really supported each other.
Sigma Week, Delta Week, Alpha Week, Ski Week, all of that. I know people are actually hearing about them.
I know that I already have people that I can count on who may not even be in my own chapter. So that is very helpful. And I'm proud to say that I was here to facilitate a lot of those things.
Families, I think, is an understatement.
One thing that I love about our yard is that we are so unapologetically Black and excellent.
Not only are we working together really well, but now we're becoming even closer, and the meetings are fun, and we get to laugh, and we get to handle business, and it's honestly just really fun to see. And then being able to have the yard show for the first time in forever.
We have some amazing people, and what I've noticed also is that even though there are more Black people coming onto campus, the people who are in these organizations do the job of 3 different people. When people find out that they're part of a bigger organization, it draws attention, and it allows people to be oh, okay, I still may not understand what exactly it is, but now they're able to see, or have a better idea of the grander Divine Nine organization.
We don't have any houses, but we're still just as prevalent and just as involved in the community as these other organizations.
There isn't one type of person who could be in each organization.
I think that there's a commitment to being at a PWI and being in a Divine Nine organization to where you have to take up space.
To create a safe space for us as Black students is one of the responsibilities I feel of being Alpha Man at USC.
Being able to get our NPHC officially under the national NPHC.
I think we had a really successful NPHC week because that was our first time kind of navigating something of that nature. Orgs have partnered.
I think we've done a good job of supporting each other in general, coming to meetings and being present, and, not just being letter wearers.
History repeats itself. I think we can talk about how much the 80s were great, and the 2000s was great, but it's 2023. You know what I mean? 2023 is going to be great, and 2024 is going to be great.
It almost feels like we new age charter members, in the way that we really get to rewrite how our orgs look and reflect on campus.
It's not just to represent Kappa Alpha Psi or Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. It's to represent the Black community.
With the 80s, there's kind of this feeling now. We want you want your organization to be the best in the yard. You want to be able to say, yo, this is our yard, and you want it to have meaning.
Maintaining the chapter sort of thing, especially this semester as my line sisters are graduating, is after this is I have to do a lot more work.
I feel one of our biggest successes, I think off the bat was, trying to be visible. I know when everyone came out, this is supposed to happen. Everyone was wearing their that's a big thing. I didn't always see Nelia like when I was on campus, like before I came in on the yard.
More and more, the people that are coming in, the students that are coming in, I think they're starting to look a lot like me.
I think the trajectory is going upward. You know, there's more students, there's more Greek life, there's more community here that I didn't see freshman year.
A lot of our friends or people that we kind of came through this undergraduate process with, we've all been able to get to know each other. And so then when you kind of like hear about new members joining or, you know, probate or anything of that nature, you're really like trying to go and connect and support and uplift those people.
I think the universe brings people together, you know what I mean? And it's bringing us together at this time.
We were handpicked, like, seriously, like, honestly, not just coming from my line, but from all of the lines that came out. It was just like, yeah, we all doing this. And it was just like, we already know coming in, like, there's not too much to see. So we know that we're coming in here and we already have to make something shake.
We were already in these spaces dominating, and to now represent the legacies that came before us in our letters and still be in those fields is something that's honestly really inspiring.
We have internships with the Lakers and people working with ABC and creating teams and creating a Black career fair.
It's the most beautiful thing, I think, to witness. Just like, sometimes we downplay it. I think sometimes we're like, yeah, we're we created Cardinal Divas, or you know what I mean, or we're in a show or whatnot. But it's like actually like insane.
Be an example that somebody would like to follow after. Legacy is a really big thing for me, so I want to put in the work, leave a legacy behind that I know people would like to follow, or make it easier so that people who follow after me don't have to struggle as much as I did.
Whether or not things look differently in the past, it's really up to us how it looks forward.